Did you just buy a Model 3 or a Model Y and do not know how to close your frunk? A lot of people will push around here, and as you can tell, it is very soft here. You do not want to push there, you want to push here. What it will do, it closes it down. There is a huge solution to all of this here. What we're going to accomplish is a power frunk install today to automatically open this so that you no longer have to worry about denting your hood. Stick around, I'll show you guys how to do it. What is happening, Automotive Fanatics? It's Peter, your Automotive Fanatic, coming at you guys today with another install. I had alluded to you guys that as a new Model 3 or Model Y owner, many people do not know how to close their frunk. A lot of people will put their fingers on kind of the inside of the frunk, they push down, and they end up denting their frunk hood. It's a real problem. A company called TesStudio, they have developed a power frunk kit that is going to do everything for you in terms of opening and closing. It's going to really alleviate the problem of you worrying about where you're going to push on your hood to close that frunk. I have actually used a product like this here for some time. So what I'd like to go ahead and do is just kind of take a look at what TesStudio has in store for you. We have the package here, and it's essentially an entire kit. You have the powered struts that you have to install. You've got the brain mechanism and everything that essentially comes together. That also includes the locking or the pull down mechanism that will automatically close your front. We're gonna just dive right in. I think it's a great tool for you guys to have. So without further ado, let's go ahead. We'll dive into the installation. In order for us to access underneath, you're gonna have to remove this plastic trim here, as well as this whole frunk tub. This actually just pulls right up, so just be careful when you pull it up. Now this here is going to be held, I believe, with either 4 or 6 10mm bolts. There's going to be 2 down here, there's 2 in the very front, and I'd like to say potentially 2 over here. But again, let's go ahead and remove this. We'll remove this and we'll pull this whole frunk bin up. With the complete frunk bin removed, that gives you complete access here. Now you do need to remove the biohazard filter setup here, and that's just going to be held on by 2 10mm screws. So undo those and then pull this completely off to expose the battery. When replacing the piston to lift the hood, here is the passenger side, and there is down there, that's going to be the head that you have to remove. It's going to be difficult for me to record, but what I will do is I will show you what latch you need to push on to have that release and essentially pull this off. So we'll do that real quick. I was able to get the piston out, and I apologize, I've got some contractors here doing some work, so it's a little noisy. But here is the old piston. This is the the little, I guess, rod, if you want to call it that, that goes into the car, and normally it literally goes and snaps right in here. Now on this side, you're going to have to stick something in here to open it, and what that does is it kind of retracts the clamp that's in here. But this is the one piston that was on the passenger side. You guys can see that I've got a very high-tech rod here holding up the hood, because it will collapse on you if you do not support it somehow. Brackets that you have to install. It's very specific. There's one that says left, and then there's one that says right. So you want to, when you are putting these in, you actually want to lay it flat like this against the chassis wall. They give you bolts that will go right in to it like such. So we're gonna go ahead and install that. I just wanted to show you guys how this bracket will mount on the chassis of the car. For this portion of the install, we are removing the two 10mm bolts that holds the latch together to the vehicle. Remember to also disconnect the power from the latch. Now we're going to go ahead and disconnect the spring from the latch itself. I would recommend that you remove the top and bottom. You'll go ahead and take that small loop it around the metal base, and then you're going to go ahead and re-secure the spring back onto the latch. Now it's time to reinstall the two latches to the chassis of the car. The last thing here is just to replace the two bolts that hold the latch together and make sure it's secure. I have everything installed up to this point. All the wiring is loose, so I am going to go ahead and just do a quick test to make sure everything works before we start properly wiring and routing everything up. So let's go ahead and hit it's open. We're going to go ahead and close it. We're going to go ahead and open it. Okay, close. And open for one more time. I am done with my wiring job, and I wanted just to show you guys how I try to do it. Now, wiring typically gets the best of me for my OCD, as I use a lot of zip ties, make sure that there's no loose wires kind of floating around. This wire here is going to go to the piston, and here on the left, and I essentially zip tied it here so it has a nice firm hold when you're trying to pull it. And then we're going to go over here to the latch. You'll see underneath how I've kind of routed all the wiring. I used kind of something to secure the wiring here. I went ahead and wired it all underneath here, so that way when I put that bin back on, nothing gets in the way, so that it's just a nice clean install. With the TesStudio Power Frunk Kit installed, I would love to hear what your opinion is on the modification. My opinion, I think it is a must-have for any Tesla vehicle that you own. It just makes your frunk more usable. A common practice amongst Tesla owners are very few actually like to use it because it's not automated. And once you're able to open it, the cases that you guys see where owners are actually denting their hood is 100% real, because so many people will push down on the wrong spot and the next thing you know it, you have dented your hood. So having this installed in your Tesla, it's truly a game changer because you can control it from your app. You can control it from your key fob if you actually have one. You could also close it and open it using your control screen. Overall, the installation, it is not tough. You do have to remove that bin. There's quite a bit of wiring that is involved, but everything kind of connects together as it should be, and hopefully I've given you enough information that you guys can have a successful installation. I do want to go ahead and thank all of my subscribers as well as new subscribers for stopping by, checking out another video. If you have not already, please give me a click on that subscribe and like this video, as it does help the algorithms kind of move up the video in the chain of thousands of other videos as well. And as usual, my Automotive Fanatic family, thank you for stopping by and checking out this DIY video for the Power Frunk installation. Until the very next time, this is Peter, your Automotive Fanatic, signing off.